Hello members and welcome to episode 3 of GPL 360. As usual, I'm here with my co-host, CEO Matthew Loughnane. Welcome Matt. Thanks Nick. Today we're going to start off with the women. We're going to go through the first 2 rounds and then we'll go through rounds 2, 3 and 4 of the men. Take us off Matt.
The first round we had the Birdie Num Nums 150 versus last year's winners, 147 hit and miss. Birdie Num Nums, Trish Sloan with 39 points, Robin Weller with 39 for the Birdie Num Nums. Hit and miss, we had Christine Anastasia with 38, Leonie Barnes, good score 38, and Rhonda Morrissey, good score 38. So a good start for the Birdie Num Nums.
Birdie Num Nums sending a message early that they're back to play in 2017.
Yes.
New entrants to the comp, the Dragon Ladies. Top score of the round, 152, defeated the Fairway Fillies, 149. Sue Hua burst out of the blocks, she's a new member, had 42 points. Jenny Graham, 38. For the Fillies, Ange Grigg had 38 and Jill Darling had 37.
The Early Birds versus the Chicks with Sticks was the third match in the first round with Hillary Hodgetts 36, Jenny Danks 35, Sally Stockley 35 and Louise Willihan with 35. They were 141, beating the Chick with Sticks 136 with Gail Feller 35, Leonie Silk 35, Mary Vipon 33 and Janet Ellis 33, so all pretty solid scores.
Early Birds, that's what you'd expect, wouldn't it? A 36 and 3 35s. Last year's survivors, pretty consistent again. Good start by them. And the last was the Buggy Offs had the bye with Jan Freestone had a 37 points and Jenny Mooney had 34, so 2 pretty solid scores there. The bye was knocked out because it actually does act as a team, and as I said before, the Dragon Ladies had 152 and top score for the round.
Starting with round 2, after their big win over last year's premiers, the Birdie Num Nums stumbled, losing 139 to 124 against the Chicks with Sticks. The best score for the Birdie Num Nums was Janista Whitaker with 33 points, while the Chicks with Sticks, Mary Vipon 36, Elaine Robertson 35 and Janina Tucker with 35 were the best for them.
Mary Vipon mentioned a couple of times there.
Good start.
The Early Birds had the bye. Lois Wheelerhan top scored with 36, but in the end they had the bye, so it didn't really matter too much, Matt.
And Hit and Miss got back on the winning track with Wendy Reynolds 36, Rhonda Morrissey 32 and Roz Nickel 30. They won in a fairly low scoring match, 128 to 120 against the new team, the Dragon Ladies, with Winnie Yong being the top scorer with 33.
Last match of the round, we had the Fairway Fillies defeat the Buggy Offs. Top seeded Cruise top scored with 37, Sue Davey 35, Kay Meadows 34. The top score for the Buggy Offs was, I suppose the really only shining light there was Jenny Mooney with 34 and no one else made 30. Knocked out were the Buggy Offs and the top score was the Fairway Fillies on a counterback with 139.
Well done. Star performers in the first 2 weeks, we had Jenny Mooney from Buggy Offs with 34 points and 34 points. We had Lois Wheelerhan from the Early Birds with 35 points and 36 points. Rhonda Morrissey from Hit and Miss, great score in the first week, 38 and 32 the second week.
Mary Vipon, Chicks with Sticks, 33, 36, and Sue Davey, Fairway Fillies has had 37 and 35. 2 great scores there from Sue. Matt, looking at the ladder, the Early Birds, 2 from 2. Last year's Survivor Cup winners, pretty solid team there. Probably my biggest, I suppose, not concern, but the Buggy Offs, probably the lowest score of anyone. I thought they'd be probably a little bit higher in the scoring there, but they've had a win, admittedly against the bye, but that's fine. I reckon they're going to warm up like a coal train.
My only look, I had the Birdie Num Nums. They had a big win in the first week against last year's premiers, but with 150 points, but then fell to 125 points with a loss in the second week. So their season's been a little bit up and down so far, although it's only 2 rounds in.
That wraps it up for the women. Let's move on to the men now.
Okay, so looking at round 2 for the men's competition, we had the Polishers 154 in a high scoring match, lost to the Gentlemen Golfers 162. For the Polishers, we had Shane Favalora with 33, Glenn Dugdale 32. Gentlemen Golfers, good score, David Pryor with 35 and Peter Riley with 34.
Surprise upset there. The Gentlemen Golfers, who aren't, the most I suppose they haven't had too many wins in their seasons in GPL. They've just taken over the Polishers.
Could be the year. They could be,
sneak into finals and possibly do some damage.
Who knows?
In the next highlighted match, we had Hard Yakka defeat Motley Q by 4 points. Murray Carr top scored 37, Jeff Dwyer 36, and Max Hardy 33 for Hard Yakka. And from Motley Q, President Michael Pickering led the way with 37 points.
Good to see Hard Yakka, my pick at the start of the season.
Good win,
Good
yeah.
score, yes.
Yep.
In the other matches, we had Norfolk and Good 166 versus the Buy 146, so comfortable there. Moondogs 151 defeated Q Far Boys 147.
Few Far Boys didn't register a full team there. They only had 4 players.
Is that what the asterisk was against?
That's
Q
the
Far
asterisk.
Boys?
If you only had 4 people, you get the lowest score of the round.
Captain needs to have a word to his team.
I think so.
For the Q Far Boys. The Roosters, who were struggling early, 148, lost to the Rat Pack 159. The Fockers 158 beat the struggling Guzzlers 151.
Top score for the week, Hard Yakka 166, beat Norfolk and Good on a countback, and the Q Far Boys were knocked out. As we said, they only had 4 people. Makes it very hard to win.
Makes it tough.
Moving on to round 3, Matt.
Round 3, big win by the Roosters to get themselves get a win in the winning column. Rolly Baglin 38, Peter Bell-Harry 37, and Ken Dog at 32 for the Roosters. Motley Q, who have been disappointing early. We had Mark Walker 36, Vince Piccolo 35, and Stuart Hillier 33.
In the other match, we had a big upset here. The Polishers 183 defeated the Rat Pack 164. That's 19-point shellacking. Grant Keys from the Polishers had 42 points, Shane Favaloro 39, Roger Davies 36. For the Rat Pack, Peter Gebbett led the way with 36. Not much else after that. Jim Pitt 33, Brian Fuge 32, Donny Gross 32. Other scores for the round, Matt, we had the Gentlemen Golfers defeated by the Guzzlers by 22 points. The Guzzlers back to the winning circle. The Fockers had the bye. Hard Yakka got over Q Far Boys. That'll make you happy, Matt.
Yep.
And my team, Norfolk and Good, are cruising along with a 24-point win over the Moondogs.
Yep, and with the top scorer for the week, as you mentioned, Nick, the Polishers 183. Great score and knocked out with the Moondogs for the Survivor Series 154.
On to round 4, Matt.
Round 4, we had the Polishers in the match of the round, and probably the match of the season so far, with a big scoring 181 defeat of the Guzzlers 180. We had Glenn Dugdale with top score with 38, Shane Favaloro 38, Ian Stewart 37, Mad Dog Moore first register with 36. Guzzlers, Ed Frost, it wasn't Ed's fault, he had 42, Chris Warren 35, and Mark Hanger with 35.
Now, top score of the season, Moondogs 188. They've just been knocked out the round before.
Yep.
The Fockers are calling drug tests. They're not happy. They've had 178 and they've still been beaten by 10.
Yep.
Paul Williams 42, Bernie Carmody 39, Ray Smith 39, Neil Marshall 35, and Jim Studebaker 33. Barry Donnelly led the way for the Fockers with 40 points, and Jeff Pember had 37, but it wasn't enough. And the other scores around, Matt?
Yep, Rat Pack, good score, 182, beat Motley Q 177. Gentlemen Golfers 165, bet the Buy 163. The Roosters, after the win in round 3, lost to the Q Far Boys 178 to 171. Hard Yakka had a big loss against your side, Norfolk and Good, 176 to 167.
Pretty happy with that.
Yep.
Top score, as we said, the Moondogs 188, which works out to be an average of 37.6 per player, which is a great score. Knocked out the Gentlemen Golfers with 165. Looking at the ladder, Matt, I'm pretty happy. Norfolk and Good, 4 wins, 0 losses. They've had 704 points, which is the top point score out of any team. Your team, Hard Yakka, Matt,
mid-table about 6. They've shot out of the gate the last 2 seasons and fell late, so maybe they're going with a different theory and falling early and then hopefully lifting after that. So Hard Yakka. And the other side that needs to lift, who talked a big game early, is Motley Q.
Motley Q were your Smoky.
They were.
And my Smoky were the Roosters, and they're coming, well, effectively the bye as a team, but our two Smokies are coming second last and third last.
Yep.
Both our teams are still in the Survivor, the Polishers and the Rat Pack, so that's good.
Yes. And then third and fourth on the other two, so going quite strong.
Not a chance. I gave the Fockers not a chance, and they're currently coming second, so I need Greg Cribbies to lift.
The Rock needs
to work harder and bring his team down.
Yep.
And your team not a chance. The Guzzlers, out of the finals, only had one win, looking pretty spot on at the moment.
At the moment, there's some internal questions being asked by the Colonel.
By the Colonel. Matt, who's hot? Shane Favaloro has scored in every round so far, 33, 33, 34, 38.
Max Hardy from Hard Yakka has been probably the most consistent player over the 3 years, I think. 33, 33, 34 and 38 as well. Peter Bell Harry, captain of the Roosters, doing his best to lift his troops, 37, 31, 37, 33. Yeah, and Ian Beath from the Fockers didn't play in one round but had 35, 35 and 34 in the other 3.
Andrew Target from Norfolk and Good, like Ian, didn't play in one round, but is, when he has played, he has made his score count 39, 40 and 33.
Yep.
And Matt, sinking, under the pump, whatever you want to call it, these guys are struggling. Now this first name will give you great pleasure in saying, I'd assume.
First name, he's been mentioned every week so far, has been questioned by his teammates to maybe do less media type work and concentrate more on his chipping and putting. But
I don't think I've seen him practice once.
No. John Nelson, the Guzzlers, 31, 26, 25, but had a reasonable score last week with 34. So
I didn't want to put that in, but I had to.
But he's been up and down. Yep.
The next person on the sinking list is Greg Cribbies, aptly named the Rock from the Fockers. He's had 28, 28, 26 and 29. He's doing exactly what we expected him to do.
Yep.
But his teammates are just holding him up and his score isn't counting yet. So look out for when that happens.
Still stuck in the hanger, the Rock at the moment. The next one is from my one of my teams, Motley Crew, Ian Tinley. Sorry, Ian, it hurts me to put you in the sinking ship at the moment, but 25, 30, 27 and 33.
Not terrible.
Not terrible, but we think we need a little bit more.
Chris Hansen from the QFAR boys was a big recruit from the Gunners. Has decided to play once. He's had 32 points and then he's just gone. He hasn't played since then. So I'm not sure if you can have 32 and then just walk out. I think you probably want to have a little bit higher than that, Matt, wouldn't you think?
Maybe question his teammates, his jump ship, possibly.
Jump ship?
Don't know.
Rumours? It's fine.
We'll come up with an update with Chris next week and see where he's gone missing. And the last one from Hard Yakka again, I've picked a couple of people from my teams because I need them to get up the ladder a bit more, is Greg Perryman with 33, 28, 29 and 28. So we need some more scores in the 30s, Greg.
Greg's normally a bit more consistent than that. I was surprised to see that when I was, filtering out all the scores. And was Greg pretty close to the MVP back in the first year? Was he?
Yes, he was there, thereabouts.
Yeah. So no, I expect.
Was won by, I'm pretty sure, a Hard Yakka member in the first year. They were very dominant in the first year, but fell over at the end. So we need a little bit more of that consistency.
Bit of wet sail actually from your team, Matt.
Yep.
That wraps it up for GPL 360 episode 3. Matt, thank you again, and we'll get our next podcast out very soon. Thank you.